All right. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, September the 26th. It's the last Monday in September. Wow, we are closing out the third quarter. Get ready to start winding down 2022. It's been an incredible ride, and time is just flying by. Hopefully, you're doing what's necessary to keep growing your business and learning new things. And today we're going to introduce some new things we haven't really talked much about on our Monday morning calls. And when we talked last week, I asked if you were interested in learning more about YouTube and Canva, and so it was overwhelming yes. So what we're going to do today is, this is going to be more of an introduction about how to get your YouTube channel up and going and utilizing Canva to make that happen, to help make that happen, and a couple other tools that I'm currently using, so that you can get started. And what we can do, moving forward, is we can take some Mondays and isolate on just individual programs, right? This is going to be an overview of everything, and then we can break it down and maybe spend some time just in Canva, right? There's so much you can do in there. We can take some time and just go into YouTube, stay in YouTube, and show you all about YouTube and what it can do. And then we can take other days and just go into the tools that I use, or that can be used to also create your videos and to get you the SEO needed on YouTube to get your videos found. So today, again, just an overview. Why do we need YouTube? Well, anybody tell me why we need YouTube?
That's why everybody gets the video.
Yeah, it's all about the video, right? People are into video. That's the thing that is grabbing people's attention, and that's what social media is all about. And when people Google keywords, there's video showing up. So let me share my screen real quick.
Isn't it the platform where you post things and then you can link things too? I mean,
you can also kind of like post and link. So let me go ahead, and I'm going to share my screen. Oh, you guys all disappeared. That's weird how sometimes it disappears and sometimes it doesn't. Hold on a second here. All right, so I assume that you can see my screen. It's got our YouTube channel on it.
Yes.
Okay, great,
yeah.
Great. So one of the things is that YouTube is owned by Google, and so it's the second most used search engine. And if you look at Google and you just Google moving to Florida, you get websites that come up, but you also get videos. And so with the videos, you've got kind of like a preview running on some. If you hover over with your mouse, you can kind of like get a preview of what it's about. But you got some catchy looking YouTube thumbnails that grab people's attention. So the way that you create your thumbnail is also important. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to create your own YouTube channel. You do need a Google account. So if you're using Gmail or anything like that, you've got a Google account. You can do multiple if you want. I actually have two channels, but I run both channels with the same Gmail account. See, I can switch over here, and now I'm looking at my Living in Orlando page as my Paul Fedynich, and then I can go ahead over to my channel here. As you can see, this channel is just getting up and started, so there's not a whole lot there right now. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back. Go to my channel.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I know that every single thing that we post, whether it's social media, videos, websites, whatnot, have to go through marketing, and they're not always the quickest to respond. I'm like, by the time they
Now,
respond, Labor Day is going to be over.
look, if you know what the rules are and the policies are on it, you don't need to run that through marketing. Okay, I don't run anything through marketing. I know what the rules are. I know what I can do and what I can't do. And I don't have time to create something and then send it to marketing for review. They do have to have that policy in place, because a lot of new agents are just going to go ahead and create something and put it out there, and there's a good chance that it's not going to be done correctly. And so they have to have that policy. But what I recommend is, as a new agent, you learn what the rules are. The rules and regulations are all there for you to have at your fingertips. And so all you have to do is dive into it and know what you can do and what you can't do. So, just, I wouldn't let that slow you down or stop you. So when you create your YouTube channel, okay, you can come up with a name. We came up with Living in Orlando as a VIP, and that was because Living in Orlando was already taken. So, and of course, we're the VIP home team. So we thought Living in Orlando as a VIP would be appropriate, because now we also have Living in Orlando as our title. And once you get beyond 100 subscribers, you can actually have that in the URL. So like right now, you got the gobbledygook in the URL, but let's see here. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that it didn't come up, but here, it's right here. So as you can see, I have Living in Orlando as a VIP as part of the URL. All right, you need to get to 100 subscribers in order to have that name in the URL. And until then, it's just that gobbledygook. So, and we could talk about ways for you to be able to get there. It really didn't take me long. And now I just need to go ahead and invest some more time to get additional subscribers. But I've had a number of organic subscribers just from people finding my videos and me sending out in my emails to my database. So one of the things that YouTube started recently, because Reels has become so popular, is they started Shorts. And Shorts are 1 minute or less videos. And so you can kind of see, I've got some views here. I've got 92 views, 62, 90.
I love your shirts. Those are great.
Yeah, so
Keep them up.
I was
What's
gonna say
that?
he needs to change his shirt more often, but
Oh,
well,
just
here's the
2 in a row,
deal.
that's all.
Well,
No, I love your
just-
shirts. Keep it up.
Yeah, just so that you know, look, there were 4. I didn't want to do that. There 4 of these were filmed one after the other on the same day. And what I did was I switched shirts and I switched backgrounds. These are live backgrounds. They're not green screens, but I took different angles on our porch at the Peace River. I got the American flag in the background, which I thought was pretty cool, having that going and having the river. And then this is looking out, another section of the porch looking down the Peace River. It's kind of out on a point, so it was kind of gives a different view as a background. And so that's why I was just trying to mix it up. But I typically batch what I do with my videos. Occasionally, I'll do one and be done, but quite typically, I'm setting up to record multiple videos and then upload multiple videos and do everything that I can at that time, because I think it's a better use of your time. You can be more efficient with your time, and that way you don't have to focus on it every day. You can kind of maybe once a week spend a couple hours and get it done, get it uploaded, and then you can set it to be published at different times. So the big thing is trying to be consistent with this, and I'm not as consistent as I want to be or should be, but I'm working on it. I've got down at the bottom here, you've got your uploads, and your uploads are your most recent published videos, not necessarily the most recent upload, because if you upload a video and it's not published, it wouldn't be here on this particular page. You wouldn't see it here. And then these are my playlists. And so I create different playlists, and some of my videos are on multiple playlists, but it gives you an opportunity. So like here at Twin Lakes, I just sent this out in a weekly newsletter. And so I can send out one video, but in this case, I sent out a link to the playlist. So now when they come here and they come to the playlist, they can go from one video to the next, all about Twin Lakes, and be able to see, you know, what I'm trying to portray here. So, so it's gotten some views. Some have gotten more views than others. So there is a method to the madness on how you can set that up, and we'll dive into that a little bit, and I'll show you more on that. And then of course you've got to be in Canva, or you know, whatever program you want to use. But I'll tell you what, Canva is one of the most simplest. And you know, if you have a free account, you can probably do just about everything that I'm doing, with some exceptions. I mean, we've got a pro account. It's cheap. I think we paid $100, $120 for the year or something like that. But you can come in here and you can create whatever you want. You can create a video, you can create your ads, you can create your YouTube thumbnails. What I did was, this was a template. Actually, let me back up. Up at the top, as you go into Canva, these are all templates. You can do a whiteboard template, a Facebook post, a Facebook cover, retractable banners, flyers, presentations, videos. You can create your logos in here. You can create, you know, typical documents, Instagram posts. You can create a poster, infographics, Instagram story, resumes. I mean, it's just endless what you can do here. And these all have templates. And so what I had done was I had found this template and kind of created it as my own. And so this was my starting point. This was my very first thumbnail that I created. Okay, and as you can see, here's all the other templates that are already in place, right? That you can just take and kind of make your own. And as you can see, I've got many more.
I was looking for a cell phone yesterday, and the videos, of course, that caught my attention were the ones that were wacky like that. So those are the ones I honestly ended up watching.
Yeah, you know, look, you've got to have a catchy picture, right? You know, and because that's what's going to catch somebody's attention. So, you know, like a couple of my things, we did the gator suit, right? Because of our listings. So I'm utilizing that, and surprisingly, or not surprisingly, that the videos that I've used those images in, especially I think it was this one, had a lot more views than some of the other ones. This one here, for Twin Lakes, this one here had, I think, the second most amount of views, even though it wasn't the second video. So, and you know, I just look, it's really easy to do. And I could show you that in here. I mean, these are all my thumbnails, but let me see here. I've got I don't think it's in here. Let me see if I can find it.
And another nice thing about Canva is you have a lot of options on how you want to distribute the information. You can do like a link or direct post or download it, make it a video. So you can upload it from your album. They have so many options.
Yeah, and we'll dive deeper into that in when we talk just about Canva, but because there's so much you can do. And so what I did, one of my starting points was getting pictures of myself, and I used the green screen, but with Canva, you really don't even need to use a green screen, right? But I've just all the different emotions and, you know, using hand gestures and so forth. I just took a whole bunch of pictures, and they're not all uploaded to Canva, but what I have done is, you know, there's a lot of them that are here. So my uploaded pictures are all here. So
Does
you can
Canva
kind of
have,
see,
I'm guessing Canva has a feature where once you put that photo in of yourself that you can just remove that background and plug it in, I'm assuming?
yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, we're gonna get into that here in just a minute. Okay, so we'll talk about we're gonna create a thumbnail. I'll show you how easy it is to just create one from scratch, and we'll do that here in just a couple minutes. So I'm gonna go back now. So that's Canva. This is where we're gonna come back to in just a minute. And as you can see, every time you come in here and you click on one of these, it does open up a new tab, which is kind of frustrating, but this tab here is one that I created for a new Facebook ad, and this is actually animated. The words come in here, so if I go like this, that's what the words do. And so I download this as, instead of as a PNG file, I download it as a movie, and we'll upload it into Facebook as a video. So there's several different ways that you can upload a video. Let me do this. All right. Before we can upload a video, we have to create a video. So I use Big View. I really like Big View. I've tried many different things. There's a lot of my videos are me just, you know, speaking off the cuff. I'm just like, you know, I'm at a model home, and, you know, I'm talking about the home and the features and the builder, and it's just all off the top of my head. But the videos that are done, like all of these here, these videos are all done off a script. That's the only way I can get a video done and keep it under 1 minute. And for a short, for a reel, you've got to keep it under a minute. So having a program like Big View is really awesome. And I'm gonna, I probably should have had this ready to go. I'm gonna show you here what Big View can do. I'll show you on my phone.
I struggled the last few days trying to upload an 8-minute video. I had a hard time doing this with Canva, with YouTube, but I'm excited to see what you have to, how you handle your uploads.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've got plenty of videos uploaded that are longer than 8 minutes, and we'll talk about that too. All right. So here's Big View. Let me see. Let me go ahead and stop sharing for a minute so I can even see what I'm showing you. Here's Big View. Come on, Paul. You gotta get there. We go. Big View has got my script right there, and so right below my camera lens, I can read that script as I'm being recorded. And so you're looking right at the camera. I've got an iPad, and I was trying to use the teleprompter on it, and typically it's okay. Like if I'm at a little further distance, you can't tell that I'm looking at a script. It looks like I'm looking at the camera. But when you're up close, it's very obvious when you're looking somewhere else. And so big view, it's right there on the screen. And in fact, when I did this one of these last videos, let me go back to sharing the screen again. So when I did this video here at Lake Apopka Sound, because I have like stammered and stuttered so many times with builders models, you know, I tend to forget, oh, how many bedrooms was this one? What was the square footage? What I did was, here's my script right there. And so, hey, Paul Fedynich here with the VIP home team at eXp Realty, and we are coming to you from Lake Apopka Sound. It's located in Winter Garden and Claremont. Now, the community consists of 4 and 5 bedroom homes, and they're on 85-foot lots. That's pretty amazing. And all of them have 3-car garages. Now, the community sits adjacent to Lake Apopka and straddles the Lake and Orange County line. So take a look at this view behind me here. As of today, prices are starting at right around $200 per square foot. Now, we're going to take a walk through a Robinson model. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,108 square feet. Now, this is a great floor plan because it feels like you're getting a whole lot more home than 2,108 square feet. But come on inside with me. Let's take a look. So as you can see, I don't know if you were reading along. The text was voice dictated into the app, so that I can just stand there and say, okay, this is what I'm going to say, right? And then I can alter it a little bit while I'm actually in the video shooting and maybe change something. So it was that simple, right? I got that done in no time. And now, right now, it's just waiting on me to edit it. I have a walkthrough video, but you can come in here and I'm still working on doing it. I could change my background. I can open it in Video Maker, which I'm going to be using this as I'm going to be doing a new market update here in this week. And so I'm going to come in here, I'm going to shoot my video. I'm going to come in here and then I'm going to insert the graphics that go along with the market update. So this is where you can edit it. And of course, each screenshot shows you what you're saying. So it's real easy to just replace the image with whatever screenshot you want to put in there. So it's simple. This is the simplest program I have found out there. I've tried so many different ways to make this work, and I'm jumping from one application to another. I got everything I need is right in this application. So I can create this video and then simply upload it into YouTube. And I'll show you how simple it is. Let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to upload a video. All right. Those are done. Trying to look for videos that are already edited and ready to be uploaded. Well, I'll just take one of these. I'm going to go ahead and take this video here. It's already been uploaded, but I'm going to upload it again and then I'll just delete it. So here's the video is in the process of being uploaded. So now I can start creating some details. Now I use an application called TubeBuddy. And that's what this red square is here. And also here, you can kind of see the red square. It's got a T and B in there. And it gives me the ability to do so much. And in this particular case, when I'm batching a whole bunch of videos up, I can just real simply, even just one video, but I can go ahead and say, I want to reuse some of the details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and let's see. I know I've got other DR Horton. Here's a DR Horton Waterley video that I created before. So now I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, let me reuse the title, the video language, the shorts, everything. I'm just going to reuse everything that is available for me to reuse. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm reusing one that never got finished. Let me go back here. Let me take one I know is done. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. This is a Bella cleanup video. So here we go. This one has been done, uploaded, and SEO'd and all that good stuff. So I'm going to copy the title, the description, the playlist, the tags, the video language, everything. And I'm just going to go reuse. Boom. Now, I don't have to go and recreate all this. See, this has got language in it that is for SEO and disclaimers and all that sort of stuff. And what I do is I pretty much come up to the top and I would come in and say, okay, I'm going to change this first paragraph, which is the descriptive paragraph for that one video. Now I'm going to go ahead and change that and make it for the video more specific to this video. Then I'm going to come in here and it's going to be like, okay, you know what? This is not a Bella Colina. So I'm going to go ahead and do a Waterley. Winter Garden, Florida. And I'll leave the luxury at its finest because this was it's a luxurious home in Waterley. And so I will go ahead and just leave the title like that. Now you can make the title up to 100 characters. According to YouTube, it's optimized if you use 70 or less. So it just depends on what you need to put in there. And then you can put other SEO type of information into the description in order to get a proper SEO rating. And in here, all this other stuff, for the most part, now some of this does change. I'll change this on occasion, but from about, from this point right here, all the way down is on every single video that I've done. Now, I will change that up moving forward as we approach the end of the year because this is talking about 2022, and I'll make it more specific about 2023. And so that, as you can see, is a long description. In there, I've got links to my website. I got my contact information. I've got answers to questions. And so on. You know, if you're curious about what your home is worth, you know, I use Bitly to shorten up links because I think that that's a good thing to do. And you can also, you can track those links as well, right? You can look and see, well, you know, where's the traffic coming from? If you really want to get into the analytics, I don't do a whole lot for that. So, so what we're going to do now is we're going to say, okay, you know what? This is still uploading and processing. So I'm going to go ahead and create a thumbnail. You can use, when this populates, it's going to give you 3 images from the video that they're recommending that you can use as a thumbnail. You can use that if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and upload a thumbnail. Oops, you know what? Before I do that, I really should create a new thumbnail, right? So let's go ahead and create a thumbnail. I've got a blank screen here. I would typically come in here. I used to just keep adding to the bottom, and now my list has gotten so long, so I really come back up here to the top, and I'll just do another add a page and start, you know, I'm now pushing all the old ones down to the bottom and putting the newer ones up top. So let's just say, yeah, we want to go ahead and let's create our thumbnail. So we'll just take an image, and I'm just taking whatever's real close by just so you can see. And so typically we would go ahead and take this image and try to pull the corners and get it all lined up. But the reality is all you have to do is say, hey, I want to set this as my background image, and boom, it goes and sets itself as the background image. So
You just right click to do that.
yeah, I did a right click, and I can detach it from the background. See, and now it just puts it back in as the image as it was placed.
Mhm.
And so I right click, come down here to where it says set image as background, boom, left click on that, and it's good to go.
Okay, where I'm using it for 20 minutes, trying to get it stretched out.
Yeah. Well, look, I was doing that too, right? And
Thanks, Paul.
I was taught by somebody else that, oh, all you have to do is right click it. So, and look, there are tons of shortcuts here, and that's why it's important to learn from each other, because people find different shortcuts. I mean, I found this out from somebody else by watching her video, and I'm like, oh wow, you know, I took a note. I'm like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. So there's that, and so now I want to go ahead and take an image. And we'll go ahead and just use this one here. Okay. And it's actually, the bigger you can make your head, the better. Which, you know,
Sorry.
that's what all the professionals are saying anyway. So here's what you want to do is once you have this in, and then you click on it, you go to edit image. And you go to background remover. And it takes a minute to do it. And it like I said, it doesn't have to be a green screen. This will remove backgrounds. It's just, you know, green screen helps to make it cleaner if there's different kind of edges and so forth, but you can stand against a wall in your home and just take a picture of yourself. You know, the cleaner your background, the easier it's going to be to detect and make it a good removal. So here we are. We've got me set up here.
Well, where was that edit image?
Edit image is right up here at the top, this toolbar. Now it's only there when you click on the image. So I'm gonna apply. So now if I want to go well, I'm still working on images. So like if I want to add a text box, I'm going to go in here and let's hit heading, hit heading. Okay. So now that the toolbar has changed, you see now there's different tools here because I'm now working with a text box as opposed to an image. I'm going to move this out of the way here. We'll come back to that.
That's pretty cool on the computer. It looks a little different on the app, and I've been using the app. I mean, I just used it this morning to wish somebody happy birthday, and it was an awesome animated thing. But I guess I should try using it on the computer.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you can use the app, and the app's going to be convenient if you like doing things from your phone. But you are going to be limited and constricted to what you can and can't do. Especially if you're trying to do things quickly and easily, it's much easier on the laptop. So let's go back now. We're going to edit this image. We're going to finish this up because we already removed the background. So now let's go ahead and just so you know, we're going to shadows. Okay, shadows is next. We're going to click on that, and you can pick what kind of shadow do you want. Well, to get that image that you see all the time, you got to go to glow. And so now you can see there's a slight glow around me. By default, it's in black. So what you have to do is then click on glow again. And now you've got the tools. So I always go the transparency. Let's see, I go transparency 100%. I go blur 0. And the size, I typically will use a 6. And I come in here and I change the color to white. And there we go. I've got the shadows around me. And you know, there are some times where I've gone with a bigger shadow. Like if you look at here, the first one I did, I used a much bigger shadow. and then I started toning it down a little bit. But then there are some others that I did that I wanted to emphasize some things, so I used it more. So let's go ahead and tone that down. Now I'm just going to hit apply. Now I'm going to go to heading. And I'll just put, this is an amazing home. Sometimes the most time consuming thing is just thinking about, what are you going to say? How are you going to phrase this and so forth. I'm going to put that in bold. I may even want to put it all in one line. So I'll stretch this out. I'm going to put it here.
I'm
And
sorry,
it's
what
like-
was that called when you were adjusting the image and adding the white background? What was the verbiage for that? It was called
That
Glow.
was, yeah, that was in the shadows.
shadows. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then from shadows you go to glow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So now, as you can see in the text, you've got a lot of options. You've got your different sizes here that you can, automatically have in place. You can have these different styles of letters that, already colored and so forth. And you bring those in, and sometimes it's a pain to move these down, but there we go. So you can move it around and do all of that. You can change the colors if you want. But what you can also do with this is you can have an effect. You may want to put a background on it. Maybe make it, glow. I use the background a lot of times because sometimes I just needed the letters to pop a little bit more, but maybe I don't want it to be such a bright yellow. So I might go with that. I may want to change the letters because, I don't like black letters on there. I'm trying to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm like, oh, okay, white letters on the yellow, maybe not so great. So let me go back and so it gives you all the colors in the photos. So if you want to try to match colors that are already in the photo, which is always a good idea, that's not a bad thing to do either. So maybe, here's a blue that might look better, or well, there's black. I mean, so you can play with this and adjust it whatever way you want. Maybe I've used, a blue background a lot. I'll show you another video that I made just recently. Let me see where, this one here. This is a video for Facebook. And again, what I did was I created a video in here I imported different images, and on each video, I've put the text. And so here's the example of the video. So that video didn't take me very long to create at all. And now that's going to be a video on Facebook, one of my ads.
One thing that I learned too, Paul, if you have a logo and you have branded colors, you can pop your logo up and it'll extract the actual colors in the logo, and you can save them so that when you
Right.
are picking colors and you want them to be branded to whatever your logo is,
Yeah, you're
you can
absolutely
pull them up
right.
right there.
Yeah, you can. So when you whatever, just as I showed you in the previous one, whatever you use for your image, when I started with this picture, it started loading the colors that are in the picture so that you can use those colors and get your get your color palette. See, here's this is the unbranded color. This is actually branding from a different logo that I use for my speaking. But here's the photo colors. So if I had our logo on here, which I've put our logo on some things, and I probably need to get back in the habit of adding our logo on each image. In fact, let me go ahead and do that. I'll add we've got our upload and so there we go. So, well, our logo is really white and gold on this particular one. So it's not going to add much in the way of colors, but I bet you it probably would go back and we'll probably see, yeah, there's gold has been added. See how they just added that to the color palette. So it's a great point, Dagmara. I appreciate that. And so that's really, I mean, there's so much more I can do with this. I mean, there's elements that I can add. You know, it's endless. And what you can do is look in here and try to find different things and you know, do searches. So so I would then go ahead and take this and I would go to share. I'm going to download. Okay. Try that again. Share, download. There we go. And by default, it pops up as an MP4 video, because what it's doing is it's trying to extract all of these. And so what I want to do is I want to download it as a PNG file. By default, it wants to download all 83 that are in there. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to uncheck that. And I'm going to go ahead here and just check this one particular page. There we go. And hit done. And then it's going to give me the opportunity to download it. I'm not going to download it because I'm not going to use this and so forth. So, but that's all it would take to create that thumbnail. And then I'm going to go ahead and upload a thumbnail into here. I'm just going to go ahead and take a thumbnail. Just take the first one. And so now I could choose a playlist. I can put it in luxury homes. Here you go. There's photos populated. So I could choose any of these if I want to as a thumbnail. I can choose the playlist. Just click done, or I can create a new playlist. By default, it's already, you want, no, it's not made for kids. Because if you check, yes, it's made for kids, it applies all kinds of other restrictions on there, and you don't want to do that. And then you've got, these are hashtags or tags that are already in there. So what I would do is sometimes I would delete a couple of these and add some new ones that are specific to this one video. But these are generic ones that I use all the time that give me a good SEO. Here's suggestions, because I use TubeBuddy. It gives me suggestions on other tags that I can use. And a lot of this other stuff. Nice. Yeah, and then this other stuff I don't even really worry about. I do put it under people and blogs. And I'll go ahead and hit next. Now, these are some things a little bit more advanced that we can get into when we talk. Maybe if we're doing a workshop just on YouTube, we'll dive into some of these a little bit more. Not that critical for getting started. It does check for copyright. I've got some videos that the background music is, you know, there's a copyright on it. So my guy from Fiverr that had done some editing for me, he used some videos, some music he probably shouldn't have, but it doesn't stop me from using it, right? I just can't monetize it, but that's okay. I'm not trying to sell ads on my videos. I'm just trying to get my videos uploaded and have them be found. And I hit next. And so now, see, I can go ahead and say, well, look, I'm not ready to go live with this yet. I could just make this private for now. Or maybe I can make it unlisted. And so, you know, I can either one of these, I can send out the link to somebody that I want to watch it, or but actually either one can be sent out, you know, to somebody. But what you want is you want public. All right. And it's already got a link created, and I can hit publish. Now I'm not going to publish this because I really don't want this one to go live. But what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at another video. Let's go ahead and here we go. This
Now,
is a
TubeBuddy provides you a lot more options than YouTube, because it just says, is it for kids, yes or no? And then that's about it.
say that
that's
again.
not, it looks like TubeBuddy provides you a lot, you know, several more options than YouTube alone. So that's fantastic.
Yeah,
because YouTube
absolutely.
just says, is it for kids, yes or no? And put in some hashtags, where here you could add a lot more detail.
Yeah,
That's great.
this gives me the opportunity to really get to know. So let me go ahead. I'm going to click on this video. Hey, Paul Fedynich with the VIP Home Team here. But as this loads, what I have loading here is, and this is on every video that I watch. So whether it's mine or somebody else's, it's going to give me videolytics, meaning I can see how many views that video has. But most of all, I can see the SEO score. This has got a 90. So anywhere between 80 and 100 is good. You know, certainly 100 is best. So, you know, that would mean that, okay, yeah, we're doing okay on the SEO here, meaning that, you know, it's more likely to be found. And you can see all the tags that I've used, and there's a best practices. So there's some things that are I'm missing, right? I haven't added an end screen. You can add an end screen to that. And like I said, that's a little bit more advanced. I've done that on a few of my videos, but I'm still kind of working on that. You can pin a comment, getting the video liked on Facebook. That's a part of, you know, having this thing be found, getting comments hearted, and adding chapters. So adding chapters, you know, as you look in the video, here's my description. I have a place, this is my placeholder right here where I can add chapters. And let me see. Let me do this. Let me see if I can get you into something that's got chapters.
This has put me
Well, actually,
on hold for 3 days last week, trying
Yeah.
to maneuver videos and struggling with it.
Yeah. Look, there's a lot to this, and you know what? I just realized I'm going to get into chapters later. I'm not going to dive into that now because it's a little bit more advanced, and I just want to give you enough to be able to get in and get started with this, right? So you've got Big View, which is a very simple and fairly inexpensive tool that you can use. That's an app on your phone, but you can also sit with your laptop and have it on your screen and be able to shoot your video. Like I could be right here using my webcam and my laptop instead of my phone, or I can use my phone. So you can use this on either way, right? And then you can do your editing. You know, it can be a little bit time consuming and tedious, but the more you do it, the faster it is and the easier it becomes. Using Canva, I mean, you should be using Canva on a regular basis anyway, because it's such a great tool for real estate. I mean, it gives you so many things that you can do with it. So, and again, the free version, probably all you really need, especially to get started. And then, you know, getting it on YouTube. YouTube costs you nothing. So start uploading your videos. Look, I started with videos. Let me see here. Best way to let me go back to my channel content here. I know what I'm going to do. Because all these videos that are grayed out, those are videos I've uploaded and I still haven't done anything with, right? I've got a ton of videos. I'm gonna kind of go back towards beginning. Now, we've gone to some concerts. I've got videos of concerts in here. And why do I do that? Because by using them and their keywords, I'm getting traffic from people that are not looking for real estate, but they're looking for the music. And yet, you know, maybe they'll tap into, because I mean, who doesn't want to move to Florida, right? So it gives me more videos and gives me more reasons to be able to get people in place. And so here's yeah, so this is back when boy, I think that's unlisted. So here's Orlando. This one, let me see here. Here we go. Yeah, this one is done fairly well because I really didn't get this out too much, but it's a minute and a half long.
Did you know that in the United States, homeowners are 40 times wealthier than renters? Hi, I'm Paul Fedynich with the VIP Home Team at eXp Realty, and I believe in the American dream of owning your own home. Now it's more important than ever. It's one of the best ways to grow your wealth and secure generational.
So that's a minute and a half video. Okay, and that was one of the very first ones I did. And I am reading from a teleprompter. And you know, it worked. It's gotten traffic. In fact, I got a call just like 2 or 3 days ago from a guy looking to rent to own. He said he saw my video on YouTube. I'm like, okay, cool. So it does work. It's gaining traffic. Doesn't have to be perfect. It really doesn't. You can go back and look at any of all of my videos, right? I am getting better as time goes on. But you can go back to, I mean, I'm walking through model homes, and there's some that I'm walking backwards while I'm talking to the camera, and bumping into walls and doors, and you know, it's just like, you know, and I'm stuttering and clamoring about, oh, is this a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom? And you know, but look, that's real. That's real. That's what people connect with, and that's the purpose behind this is to have people connect with you, all right, on a more personal level. And so, yes, they want the information that you're providing, but they also are getting to know you, right? This is all about relationships. So it gives them an opportunity to see who you are. And I know we've gone over, but do you guys have any questions on this?
I'm about to head out, but just thanks, Paul. This was really insightful. I thought I knew everything about Canva, and clearly I don't, but I'm going to put some of this to action. So thank you very much. Hope you guys have a great day.
Good deal. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, you know, Canva, like, it seems to be unlimited what Canva can do. And so, you know, what you have to do is stay up to date on it, you know, put to use. Don't try to use it all in the first setting, but just start getting familiar with it, start playing with it. It does take a little time to get used to because it's something different. It's a different way of thinking for you as you're designing a presentation or a video or you know, whatever you're doing. But look, you know, and then you can also send it off to somebody in Fiverr, and you know, they can take care of it for you too. But the reality is that, you know, this is your project, right? You want it to be the way you want it. You want to portray, you know, who you are and how you come across. So this gives you the opportunity to do that. It's great marketing where it's not going to break the bank. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, thank you, Paul. I'll put a post out on something that I tried, and it seems to be pretty easy. So those are my 2 cents, but everything you said today was fantastic, and I appreciate your help. I know you guys have a meeting, so I'm going to head out as well. Thank you very much, Paul. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right, guys. Well, look, yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.